Namaste. I welcome all of you to another episode of the Corporate NPD. I'm your Dr. Susan Codit. Happy New Year 2025 to you all. And my message to you in this new year is your life is your pride. Why I say that? Because your life is your responsibility and your life is your pride. And in life, you need to love yourself, you need to romance with yourself, you need to protect yourself, you take care of yourself, and you do many things, pamper yourself, and everything that you need to do to yourself should be the best. And when people say, like you love others as you love yourself, I would say you love yourself as you love others. Self love should be given the primary priority for everyone. And I have seen people saying that, my strength is my family, my strength is my husband, my strength is my wife, my strength is my friend, my strength are my kids. My strength is my maybe my teacher or professor. My strength is my guru. My strength is my God. Everything I have heard, but I have never heard people saying that my strength is myself, myself, the inner me, the me who dwells in me. That's my strength. I have not seen anyone saying that, but definitely after my therapies and many of my clients started to say, yes, my strength is myself. And I'm a personal transformation therapist. I work in all areas of life and bring people, confident and strong and build or rebuild or modify their life to get the best, to become the best version of themselves. So when we say my life is my pride, you take responsibility for your life. And when you say, like, who's your strength? I myself is my strength. And most of the time when we build our life, we need to build our life in a very strong foundation. And in life, we need to create values. In this, that when you have a self-assessment, you self-review, self-evaluation, and you need to know, then you get what is my self-value and then what is my self-worth. When you look at that, you understand that you have 7 areas of value creating. You need to create value. So those 7 areas are your personal life, your family life, your social life, your career life, your financial life, your sexual life, and your spiritual life. When you look at that, based on this, we can create value wheels of our life. And when you create the value wheels, you don't have to be creating values equally in all areas, but you need to clearly know how much value I want to create in most of these areas. In some areas, we don't create value. Sometimes, people are not focusing more on family, or some people say, I don't want to have a career, so I'm not giving anything into that area. But those energies that I'm focusing on, another areas of my life, maybe it is family that I focus more on, or my personal life I focus more on. Or some people say, I don't want a sexual life, I'm completely asexual, and I'm taking that energy and putting it onto my career. And some areas we say I put more energy, and some places I say I'll put less energy and put less resources, more resources. It's all up to you, but you need to create your wheel, the value wheel in such a way that it's just able to really like progressively move ahead. It should not be stuck, or it's having a very jerking move or something. Like, it's just a smooth ride towards the progressive life. And the areas where you want to create values, you need to be very clear about it, and you should be creating value in those areas. But all this needs to happen with a very strong foundation. And if you are creating that foundation as your family, my foundation is my family, my partner, my like whatever, my career or whatever. And if you create your foundation as those, because those foundation has got external influence, lot of external influence. And if something happens, some challenge comes and it gets destroyed, and if the foundation is not that strong, that the entire self or entire life that you have created on that particular foundation get destroyed, and the foundation also become weak, and it also get destroyed, and then you're completely lost. But when you create your foundation on self, myself, I strengthen my me, myself. I build it. I have a clear idea about it. I build my foundation strong on myself, And then I build my life on that particular foundation, and then the life is going to be really good. And if anything happens, any challenges comes, whether it is small or big, when it hits, and the life can get destroyed, and kind of having some kind of a very bad effects, traumas, or hurt, or many things can happen. And sometimes you can say that like very disastrous things happen, like calamities happens in life. And you can say that everything is completely lost, but you have the foundation staying there strong as it may be slightly affected and things like that. You don't have too much worry about. The foundation is there, and there you again need to rebuild it. So designing your life, building it, rebuilding it, reconstructing it, or modifying it is your job. Basically, it's nobody else's job, and it's your job. When you have a very strong foundation of yourself, the self is so strong, the core is so healthy and strong, and the foundation is like a rock, and myself is like a rock. I don't want to be worried about like things happens, and I know that certain areas are not properly functioning, or some areas is getting affected, but my foundation, I stand very strong. I can build it, rebuild it, modify it, whatever I want to do with my life, I can do that. And God has given us a very flexible brain, which is called neuroplasticity. The plasticity of the brain, which I use mostly in all my therapies, and it's a blessing that God has given us. With that, we can definitely build ourselves again. Well, whenever we are constructing something, physically constructing a house or something in a building, you want to have solid foundation, like you test the soil and then make the foundation really strong. And so that if the foundation is like rock solid, and what you build also stays as strong. So make yourself as the foundation that is rock strong, like a rock, solid like a rock, and the strong and healthy. And doesn't matter what happens, whatever happens in your life, you will be able to manage it. It won't affect you so badly. And even if it is something happens completely restored, you will restore your life and rebuild it. So focus on building that self, such strong as a rock, which is I, me, myself. You need to be very clear about that and make yourself strong. And this new year, 2025, the message is, to build yourself rock solid, and check whether your life is, in the way you want it to be. And don't be afraid to redesign it, to rebuild it, and reconstruct or modify it in the way you want your life to be, because we all have the right to live the beautiful life that we want to live on this earth. And for that, we need to be having this self as your solid foundation. So build yourself solid foundation and build your life. And that's a message I wanted to give it to you on this new year 2025. May this 2025 is the best year for all of you, and to achieve your dreams and manifest everything and attract everything that you want in your life. And as I always say, we all have the right to live in peace, happiness, and progress. Please focus on that. May God bless us all.